Good day, tennis fans, and welcome back to this week's Point Counterpoint. I'm Ted LePak, and this is Blair Henley, and we're talking tennis today. First question. The men's French Open final ended how most people thought it would. Do you agree with the chair umpire suspending play at 2-1 Djokovic in the fourth set?
I think Nadal was swimming in that referee's dome. He had that guy so intimidated that he felt like he had to come out and call the match. And Rafa even said, why call it now? Because it's raining, just as hard as it was for the last, 45 minutes when Djokovic had won 8 straight games. I absolutely think that
you got to look at it from the head chair umpire's perspective. You got the top 2 players in the world on your court. It's muddy, it's slippery, they could get hurt, and that's on your head as that's your career. It could be done if you hurt one of the top 2 players in the world.
That is clay court tennis, and if Djokovic had a chance to stay out on that court, I think we could have seen a different French Open champion.
Maybe, but I disagree.
All right, next up, John McEnroe has become a fixture in the broadcast booth during the Grand Slams, but he doesn't seem to be incredibly knowledgeable when it comes to what's going on within the Pro Tour. Is it time to put him out to pasture?
Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to keep up with who's winning and who's got a streak and who's hot, who's not, who won back then, you got to go. I mean, that's your job, is to know these things.
Okay.
He's old, he rambles, he babbles.
Wait for it. You can't be serious.
Answer the question, jerk!
This guy provides more entertainment value than sometimes the matches. He may not know who won the Italian Open in 1972, but he has an opinion one way or the other. And in addition, people who don't know tennis know who John McEnroe is. And if we can bring in somebody new to the sport, I think he should stay until he's 90 years old.
You gotta can him. There's plenty of other people who can replace him. There's plenty of people who have won Grand Slams and can talk tennis. You gotta can him.
All right, you name names next time.
Currently, players must play 2 Davis or Fed Cup ties in 2 years before the Olympics in order to hold the honor of playing for their country. But after this year, they'll have to play 4 Davis or Fed Cup ties. Do you think this is fair or not fair?
This is so ridiculous and self-serving by the ITF. I get that they want people to play Davis Cup and they want to play Fed Cup, but the schedule is already ridiculous. The best players are representing their country all year long. And if they're, and not to mention the Olympics is a singles tournament. Why do they need to play a team event in order to qualify for a singles tournament?
I absolutely think this is a good idea because if you're going to represent your country and hold that honor, you got to work for it. So you're playing 2 more matches. The people who are representing their country in the Olympics are doing that anyways. So this is just reinforcing and keeping the Serena Williams or the Venus Williams from going in that back door and not qualifying.
So you don't think it's okay, or you don't think it's good enough that Venus and Serena have been the biggest thing ever in American tennis?
Okay.
That
they're
doesn't
good,
qualify them to play for their country in the
Olympics. They still need
Olympics.
to work for it. They don't need to be lazy. They need to be out there playing, representing their country in Fed and Davis Cups.
All right. Next up, this week, Andy Roddick fell in his first match at the Queen's Club to 67th ranked Eduard Roger Vasselin. He has now gone winless since beating Roger Federer in Miami 2.5 months ago. Is Roddick's career over?
I think so. I mean, I think he should have bowed out after defeating Roger Federer. I think that's a great achievement, the pinnacle of Roddick's retirement. That's where he should have taken his step down and been like, I'm done. He's got a hot wife, Brooklyn Decker. He's got cologne going for him and tons of apparel. He's like in the top 10 most money-making tennis players ever, I think.
Listen, I feel bad for Andy Roddick. The poor guy has had to shoulder the expectations of an entire country since he started playing tennis 10h years ago.
He's
Let
got
him
a terrible
have a little
job.
slump. I don't know that he's going to win another Grand Slam, but I certainly don't think his career is over.
One. He needs to hang it up because he's 29. That's kind of old in tennis life.
I just feel bad for the guy. A recent Forbes article said we're in the midst of the golden age of men's tennis. Do you agree?
I do agree. I think that, with the trifecta of Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer, that's the golden age of men's tennis right there. You've got plenty of competition to play against them too. You got the Murrays, the Tsongas, the Ferrers, the Berdiches. There's plenty of competition out there, and I think we're in the golden age of men's tennis right now.
I can't argue that Djokovic, Rafa, and Federer are 3 of the best players to ever pick up a racket. However, in the late 70s and through the 80s, when we were seeing Borg and McEnroe and Lendl and Connors, those guys, their level of play was not too shabby either, but the biggest difference is that people actually cared. People were obsessed with tennis, and that is what makes that the golden age.
Well, I still think the best of tennis is yet to come. Thanks for watching this Point Counterpoint. We'll see you next week here on Tennis Now.